What's up? Hello, my name is Liz and you're watching For Booking Out Loud. So, I am doing a book haul today. I am doing one for the last 3 months really. So I believe in the title it's going to say quarter one. So quarter one is going to be January, February, and I guess it's going to be most of March. And that's kind of what I plan to do this year, is instead of doing one monthly, which I really hope I'd never buy as many books to do monthly, although maybe I should have this time. But doing it quarterly. So this is how many books I read. Not read. Wow. It's been a day. Let's just rewind, start off. I'm really tired as I film this. It's a Thursday evening, being realistic. It's been quite a week. A lot of things happening. We're preparing for standardized testing at my school, and I'm in charge of a lot of the planning that goes into it. And so we have so many things to plan for because of hybrid and all of the things that go along with Corona. So I'm just tired. Let's just establish that. And then let's just go on with the video, knowing what I am right now. I think I've started the last 3 or 4 videos with that beginning, so I apologize. Hopefully next video I won't be tired while I film it. That's my goal. We'll get there. Anyway, like I was saying, this is going to be my book buying problem exposed for the last 3 months. If you've noticed, I have started putting where I'm at with my Goodreads goal and where I'm at with my physical book TBR goal in my description. You can probably go check that out right now if you so choose. And my physical book TBR has been increasing. I've been trying to keep track and I don't know how well I have been doing. We'll just see. But I have a lot of books over here. I tried to order them in a way that first of all makes sense and then also in a chronological way. Some of these books I have read, completed, finished, what have you, enjoyed. And some of these books I have not, and they're just, sounds like a good time to buy it. I'll read it eventually. I have a problem, right? It's the first step. Admitting you have a problem. I have a problem. Am I going to do anything about it? Probably not, but we'll see. All right, let's just get into it. I never knew I was going to buy Stephen King books anytime soon, but lo and behold, I have 7 Stephen King books in this pile, so we'll see. The first 2 that I have is Desperation by Stephen King and then The Regulators. I believe Desperation is supposed to be first, but these 2 books I believe are supposed to go together, and one of the reasons I wanted to get them, yes. So I bought them used online, and they're supposed to be the same height or what have you, but they do go together, and I really just enjoy how the covers just blend. If you ask me what they're about, I have no idea. I just knew they were Stephen King books and they were next on my list to read once I finish the other Stephen King books I have not read that I own. My bad. But we had these guys. And then I have, go away. You're going to be hearing a lot of books just falling right now. Okay, not bad. And then I have the Bill Hodges trilogy. I still have yet to free them from their plastic wrap, but it's one of Stephen King's true crime books, I believe. I've heard mixed reviews of it, but I also just really wanted this version of the Bill Hodges trilogy because I love how that looks. That's all I know. It's true crime, Bill Hodges, mixed reviews. But it's on my list for Stephen King. Therefore, yes. 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 Then I have Cell by Stephen King. I heard it's another one of Stephen King's, I believe, apocalyptic books. We'll see. Again, I don't know too much about it. It's on my to-read list, kind of coming up next. I have a list because I'm all about planning. What can I say? But this was one copy in particular. Again, I bought it used. I wanted hardback, and I also wanted this beautiful backing because if you've noticed, I really enjoy those old pictures of King. Life. And then the last book I bought this quarter of Stephen King is actually his newest book, Later. I know he goes back to young adult, I believe, paranormal. And that's all I know about this. I've been really trying to keep away from spoilers because I want to read this kind of brand new or with brand new eyes. On the back, it has the Colorado Kid and Joyland. And it says for hard case crime. So I'm nervous to read this before I've read those two books. But I have also heard pretty decent reviews of this one. So I really do want to read it. And it looks like it's a pretty short read. So we'll just see. I'm hopeful. So we have that. Going on to kind of the next thing I bought after all these Stephen Kings was Angie Thomas's new book, which is Concrete Rose. This is actually a prequel to, The Hate You Give. It's a prequel to The Hate You Give, and it's about the dad, from my understanding, in The Hate You Give. I have yet to read Concrete Rose. I bought it, it must have been in January. It came out in January, right? Yes. Ooh, that's so bad. I absolutely loved The Hate You Give, and I actually taught it in one of my classes. And as soon as I heard that she was doing a prequel to The Hate You Give called Concrete Rose about the father, I was all over it, and then I just haven't had the time or energy to pick up Concrete Rose, but it's definitely on my sooner rather than later TBR. And that's why I bought it. And then, you know, as soon as I finish reading it, it is going into my classroom library. All right. And then the next series of books is all of Taylor Jenkins Reid's books that I did not own. I only owned Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and I fell in love with her earlier this year, and I bought all of her books. They were used, which I'm perfectly okay with used books, but I just devoured her books if you had been following me, and I just wanted to own them because of course I know I am going to read them again later, especially Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, especially Maybe in Another Life, maybe One True Loves, and After I Do's. Yes, all of them I know I will pick up again, and so I wanted them available so I didn't have to wait at the library. So when the mood caught me, there they go. This is going to be a problem. I just know it. And then of course I have The House in the Cerulean Sea by T.J. Klune. I'm very excited to read it. It is in my 5-star predictions video whenever you get around to it. Of course, I'll link it above and below as always. I'm actually planning to buddy read it with Sunny Luca. Hopefully next month we'll get to it. And I'm really, really excited for this. So soon. Soon. I'll show you a picture of this after we're done. How about that? Okay, and then the next one I bought this month is The Willful Princess and the Piebald Prince by Robin Hobb. This is actually a book that I saw on Amy from A Star Reads' channel. I am trying to go through the Farseer trilogy book right now. Farseer trilogy by Robin Hobb right now. And I did not know that this book was within that universe. And so as soon as I saw her reading it, I wanted to pick it up because I've never heard of it. I've read that series before, and I just wanted to be a part of all of the books in that series because Robin Hobb is absolutely phenomenal. And if she made a book, I want to pick it up some point. So this is more of my long-term TBR, but still TBR, if you catch my drift. Okay. Oh gosh. It's getting further and further away. And then I have my Six of Crows trilogy that I bought, and I did make a reading vlog reading all of these guys. So I have gotten to them quickly after I bought them. I have Shadow and Bone, Siege and Storm, Ruin and Rising by Leah Bardugo. And I did make a reading vlog, so if you want to watch it, I have it linked above and below. Really pretty books, I'll give her that. So happy about that purchase. And then along with Six of Crows, Shadow and Bone, I actually had gotten the King of Scars single book thing because I know this is another duology that Leah Bardugo wrote within the same Grishaverse. I can do terminology. Book terminology is not usually my thing, but this one I can do. But King of Scars is about the prince. Nikolai. Ha 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 ha. Yes, I did just read that off the back. I can remember names. But it's about Nikolai. And honestly, that's all I know. I don't know what setting it is. I don't know what era it is. I just know that King of Scars is about Nikolai, and the second book is coming out actually at the end of this month. I think it's March 30th. I'll have to check on that. So King of Scars is something that I also recently got, and I'll probably be reading it next month. So we'll see. Oh gosh, this is such a bad idea. All right, this next one comes with a story. I am very close with my brother, and we love each other, but we're also very competitive. I'm the reader between my brother and I, but there's some times where he'll choose to read a book for reasons, and then he'll ask me about it just expecting me to have read it, and then really egg me on if I've not read it. And so he, in his infinite wisdom and infinite free time, decided to pick up House of Leaves by that guy. And I had to admit to him that I have actually been scared to pick up this book because I know a reader has to have almost their full attention on it. You need to really sit down with this book and go over it. There's like intense fandoms surrounding this book. And honestly, the horror aspect of it kind of scares me as well. So I had to confess to him that no, I don't own it, I have not read it, and was not planning to. And then he's just been on me for the past couple of weeks about this book. So then I broke down and I bought this book. And then, if I'm going to admit it, in response, I'm going to make him read Infinite Jest with me when we're done with this book. And that's his punishment. So that's the story around this book. And we'll see if I even do get this done or started. We'll see. But at least I own it now. So at least I can tell him that. He keeps calling me and talking about it. And I'm not a fan. We're just going to put this down. Okay. And then quickly after buying that, Guy Gabriel K made an appearance in my life. Reappearance in my life. And so I had to buy Tagana, which is one that I don't actually remember reading. I know I read All Rizan, I think it was. The one with the tiger on the cover. And so this is one I don't remember reading, and so I ended up getting this guy used online. And now I want to dive into it because, of course, now that I have it, I have to read it. And that's my reasoning. Okay. And then I have my first Octavia Butler books, The Parable of the Sower and The Parable of the Talents. We have a duology right here that I'm really excited for because it hits everything that I love in books. I mean, apocalyptic horror, yes. I'm thinking there's some psychological thriller in here. And I've heard nothing but amazing things about Octavia Butler, so I really want all of the things to be true for me and to absolutely fall in love with her as a writer. So I'm hoping for the best and expecting the best when I pick these guys up, and that's why I decided to buy them. There we go. This is definitely going to fall. Okay, this next one comes with another story, and I completely blame Beth Ann and Amy for this book. So, Beth Ann has been on this wonderful, amazing journey of reading all of Jane Austen's books with this companion nonfiction, going over why Jane Austen was kind of, well, let's be real, a radical with her books and why she was this amazing writer. And it sounds like Amy has started this journey as well. And so I was talking with Amy, and she really convinced me to buy Jane Austen, The Secret Radical by Helena Kelly, because I have not read all of Jane Austen's work, but the work that I have read, I did really enjoy, and it really fascinates me how Kelly seems to have really gone deep into the historical aspects of Austen's life and described what was happening to make Austen write the way that she did and why it's so fascinating the way that she wrote. And I think that will make me enjoy Austen's work so much more than I do. Even though I do enjoy Austen's work as it is, I'm just really fascinated by the history of it as well. So thanks, Amy. I blame you for this one. So this guy's just gonna go right here. All right, this next one I did finish. Atlantis. I really don't think I'm saying that right. I really need to look that up. By Brandon Sanderson. This is his standalone book, I believe. I don't believe he's making a sequel, but if he did, I wouldn't mind it. I finished it. It was absolutely phenomenal. I loved it all the way through. It kept me on my toes, and yes. I am so glad I bought it, because I had actually bought it because my library, it would have taken a really long time. I had started it, and then I wasn't able to finish it before I had to return it, that kind of story. And then I just really liked this version. And now that I've read it too, yes. But I bought Atlantis, and then when I was buying Atlantis, I ended up buying the first Mistborn trilogy because I really liked these covers. And hopefully I'll be able to start them next month. So I have 1, 2, and 3 of the Mistborn. And then I have the second Mistborn trilogy, 1, 2, and 3. And I actually had bought these thinking that I would really enjoy Brandon Sanderson's writing style because I've heard nothing but good things. And after reading Atlantis, I am incredibly glad that I did because I really do enjoy Brandon Sanderson's writing, at least based off of that book. And I'm very excited to dive into more of his work. I'm hoping that after I finish the Mistborn, I will dive into Warbreaker, I believe is the next one that he wrote, and then maybe The Way of Kings. But that series scares me so much. So we'll see about that. Don't quote me on that one. Okay, and the very last book that I bought this quarter just came in yesterday, and that is Lost in the Neverwoods by Aidan Thomas. And I have to admit, this was definitely a whimsy buy. If you don't know, I am absolutely in love with Peter Pan. It is my favorite fairy tale. It is something that is very close to my heart, partly because my mom wrote letters to me as Peter Pan when I was really young. And since then, it's just been a fairy tale I go back to every day of my life. Okay, maybe that's a bit too much, but it's something that I will always love and keep close to my heart. If there is an adaptation of Peter Pan, I will always seek it out, no matter what format it is, song, movie, book, I'm there for it. And saying that, if you have an adaptation of Peter Pan you want to suggest to me, please leave that comment down below. But when I found out that, first of all, Aidan Thomas was writing a sequel, not a sequel, her second book, I was going to buy it anyway because I loved her first book, which was Cemetery Boys. And then I also found out it was a Peter Pan rewrite. There was no doubt about it that I was going to buy it. And then I found out it was based in Oregon. And not only Oregon, Astoria, Oregon. Again, if you don't know, I'm from Oregon. Love it here. Love everything about it. And I'm also a huge fan of stories and books that are set in places I've been. And love Astoria. It is a gorgeous place of Oregon, but honestly, what isn't a gorgeous place of Oregon? So, 3 strikes. This book was going to be mine, no matter what happened. And so, hence why it is in my hand right now. And I'm so excited to read it. It might be the next book I pick up. In fact, if things go well tonight, I might start reading it after I finish editing this video. I'm just gonna say that right now. I'm really happy with this one. We'll see. So we're just gonna put it here. I'm hoping that it doesn't This is awesome. But that is my Q1 haul. And I hope you were able to find a book that you haven't heard of before, or you just had fun with me. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. If you bought a book that you were recently excited, if you bought a book, I hope that if you have a book that you recently bought and are very excited for, you'll put it in the comments below. And if not, just give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.